Hi friends, this is Stephanie with Lady Prepared. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about tariffs, and you're also going to be getting week 3 of our food storage challenge. So I'm really excited to get that out to you, and I'm hoping that your preparation for your food storage is going well. So I am sure that you all have been hearing about the tariffs that are going to be happening, specifically between US and Canada and the US and Mexico. I did not know a whole lot about this. I'm certainly not an expert. So I went ahead this week and I did some extensive research because I wanted to know how these tariffs are going to affect my food. I know there's other parts to the tariff, but this video is going to talk about how the tariffs could potentially affect our food. There seems to be a lot of different thoughts about tariffs and opinions about it. That's not what I'm going to talk about today. I'm solely going to be discussing the food aspect of it. So with that said, let's get down to how these tariffs could be affecting us in our home. Okay, friends, so this is how we're going to break down the tariff portion of the video. First, I'm going to talk about specific food items that we could see an increase in the grocery store. And then after that, I thought we could talk about some various items that we will be seeing tariffs on coming from both Canada and then Mexico. Okay, so first of all, what's going on with the food tariffs? How does that specifically affect us? Well, some of the most popular food items, according to AZ Central, that we may see increases on are avocados, bell peppers, raspberries, strawberries, cucumbers, squash, banana, pineapple, various snacks that come from Mexico, China, or Canada, because we are having tariffs against China as well. I may not have mentioned that earlier. We'll also be seeing an increase in cooking oil, which astounds me because if you've been keeping track of the cost of avocado oil, I mean, or even olive oil, how much more could we possibly get increase on because of the tariffs? So that's just kind of crazy to me. And then lastly, tea, a variety of different kinds of teas, because a lot of our leaves do come from outside of the country, okay? There is some speculation, if you're an alcohol drinker, that some beer and some harder liquors that come from Mexico may also be going up as well, okay? Now, what do we import from Canada? According to the same newspaper article, AZ Central, these are the following items that we heavily get from Canada: wood, charcoal, aluminum, iron and steel appliances, cereal, flour, starch, milk products. Why in the world are we getting milk products from Canada? I don't know. Leads to a bigger question. We also get rubber, alcoholic beverages, carpet and other textile floor coverings, wool, animal hair, horsehair yarn and fabric. Again, do we not have our own animal hair? Umbrellas, walking sticks, seat sticks, whips. I don't even know what to say about that. Cotton, photographic or cinematographic goods, cork products, and printed books. Okay. And as for Mexico, here are some of the items that we import from Mexico: cereal, paper products, processed fruits and nuts, tropical fruits, tomatoes, onions, lettuce, and cabbage, pickled foods, fruit juice, fertilizers, dairy products, eggs, and honey. Not sure why dairy products and eggs are coming from outside the US. Honey, I'm not sure about that either. Cotton, beer and hard liquor, coffee, tea, and spices, meat, fish, and seafood, sauces and seasonings, baked goods, avocados, and raw sugar. So friends, that's kind of an extensive list. We have already seen the price of groceries extensively go up over the past couple years, and now we have, we're probably going to be seeing an increase again. And on better news about food costs, though, it does seem as though some areas of the U.S. are starting to see prices slightly start to go down in that area, which would be great. So hopefully it can kind of counterbalance what we're seeing. What does this mean for our prepping pantries? Well, as a prepper, I can tell you there are some foods that are easier to prep than others. For example, a bag of pinto beans, these are dry goods. That's pretty easy to put away, keep on a storage, rotate in, rotate out. Raspberries, strawberries, cucumbers, squash, those are a bit harder to keep long term. I would highly encourage at this point, if you have any ability or capacity to grow your own vegetables or fruit, to utilize that ability. There's multi-reasons for that. One, all of this tariff stuff. Two, you know what goes into your garden. You know how it's created, how it grows, what you're putting into it. For example, in our garden, we do not use any kind of chemical at all. So we know we truly have an organic product that comes out of our garden. And also it's way cheaper. I mean, if you want to talk about cutting costs, growing your own food from a tiny seed to multiple product off of one bush or plant, that you just can't beat that. You can't beat the taste either. So friends, if you have that ability, I would highly suggest it. If you are limited in your space, perhaps using some buckets to grow would be a good option for you. Later this summer, I'm going to actually show a video series based on bucket growing. You do not produce as much as you do if it was, say, in a raised bed or a regular planting structure. However, something is better than nothing. Any kind of relief is better than no relief. So I would highly encourage you to take a look at your space and see if there's any way that you can start growing some of these items yourself. Cucumbers, strawberries, squash, banana. Pineapples are difficult. Avocados are difficult. There's very specific areas that those are made. And if you're in one of those zones, I would suggest you look into it. If you're not, then is there any ordering source that you can get organic goods from them, like Azure Standards or any other companies that may, from the US, that ship in directly to your area? I would start taking a look at that option as well. Okay, friends, what are your thoughts about these tariffs? Do you think that it's going to be something that we're really going to have to contend with, or is it a flash in the pan that's causing concern for not so much of a reason? So I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. Okay, friends, so we are going to be giving our week 3 food storage challenge. We're going to be visiting Walmart today to get these 3 items. We're going to be finishing up our salt. So you need 2 26-ounce containers of salt. That can be either iodized or non-iodized. Remember, iodized is not good for canning purposes, but it is good for eating purposes. Non-iodized salt, that is what we want to go for when we are canning our pressure can, any kind of canning, right? That's what we want to make sure that we have. So I personally will be getting 1 iodized and 1 non-iodized, but you know your kitchen, you know your need, you decide. Our second item is 1 pound bag of black beans. At my Walmart, that costs $1.76. If you do not like black beans, or you want to cut your budget, you can replace the 1 pound bag of black beans with a 1 pound bag of pinto beans. This costs $1 at Walmart, okay? So if you get the 2 containers of salt and the 1 pound bag of black beans, your total this week is $5.10. If you choose to get your 2 salt containers and 1 pound bag of pinto beans, your total will be $4.34. So you make the decision. You have a little choice this week, $4.34 with pinto beans, $5.10 with black beans, okay? So let me know how your pantry challenge is going. I am so appreciative of all of you. Okay, friends, that's it. We've talked about tariffs. We've talked about our food storage challenge. And now all we have to do is wrap it up and say goodbye. So I hope today you have a very blessed day. I hope that you're able to bless other people that come in your direction today. And I hope you have a wonderful week. I look forward to talking to you soon, friends. Bye.